Make sure we're going on all cylinders over here.
Are we live?
We're almost live. Don't worry. I will hit the transition.
Nice.
Go live. I'll redo the intro.
Yeah, as long as you don't play the James one.
No, I'll play the correct one.
And I was half trolling you guys this afternoon.
Not a full troll?
Not a full troll, because I somewhat believe in what I was saying. I don't think we're as many moves away as many people think, especially if we get a solid coach in there.
Tim, you are sadly mistaken, my friend.
Just think about it, man. Do you realize if we upgraded this offensive line and this linebacker core, how much of a difference it would make on both sides of the ball?
All right, Tim. It looks like it's a me and you show. We're going to go live in 2 seconds, even though we are live now, but don't tell anyone that. Let's hit the intro. See, if James is not going to be on, stop moving the damn audio clips around. Mental note. Mental note, James. Why would you put the intro at the bottom? What is he doing? Interception.
I've never seen a programming screen.
What does it look like? I got to get Jeopardy music on this one. Here we go.
You know what? We have a tour.
Welcome to the Bleedbigblue podcast, dedicated coverage of the New York Football Giants by your hosts, Marco, Trifecta, T. Merritt, and JBW.
Oh, that is it. We are live this time. We're actually live probably 10 minutes prior, but we are live now. It is Wednesday, December 27th. I have Tim at T. Merritt 51 on the line. Tim, say what's up.
Hey, what's going on, guys? We got 1 week left.
1 week of this misery.
And by the way, I was echoing.
You were echoing.
Yeah, I can hear myself.
Oh, I don't hear anything.
No. But anyways, I mean, what do you want to get into?
What is there to talk about?
Well, we can't talk about this miserable season. We can start off with that. We can't get into the Eli Apple, Landon Collins little feud. Or, we can get into, future Giants decisions as well. So, let's get right into the season while we're still into it.
Yeah, off the top, I think we should start with Eli Apple and Landon Collins and that whole mess, and Annie Apple and having to take a shit.
What? First of all, we need a toilet sound. If we don't have a toilet sound down here, we need it. So anytime that we don't want to answer something, we're just like, I gotta go take a shit.
Everyone on YouTube, let's just say hello to everyone. Everyone on Facebook, what's up? Everyone on YouTube, what's up? We're also on Twitter. What else are we on?
Yeah.
Twitch, but I don't even know if we have any Twitch followers.
Hey, let us know.
Yeah, I'll be in the comment section, monitoring, seeing what you guys have to say. Let me know if the audio is shit or something has to be done. All right. So starting with
Eli Apple and Landon Collins feud. If you guys have not heard about it, it started a couple weeks ago when Eli Apple was asked if Landon Collins came and talked to him about, being more professional and, just getting his act together a little bit. and Eli Apple denied it. Well, it sounds like Landon Collins is not one of these people that like to like to be talked about or lied to. So obviously Eli Apple pissed off Landon Collins by fibbing, if you will, by not saying he didn't talk to me. So Landon Collins took that definitely personally. He's one of those friends that's like, oh, I'm cool. I'm your friend until you screw me over, then you're my enemy. So now Landon Collins came out yesterday and said that pretty much he loves the secondary other than, pretty much Eli Apple because he's a cancer in our locker room. So coming to today where supposedly they talked one-on-one with the coaching staff being there as well. And everything got crushed. Everything was cool. Supposedly Landon Collins could play with him, in the future and all that. But Eli Apple refused to talk to reporters. When he was asked about the Landon Collins thing, he pretty much says, I got to go take a shit, and walked away from the reporters. That's one excuse. I'm not going to lie. I've used that excuse before. But so going into that, now Eli Apple got mad at one of the coaches, I think Coach Walton of the cornerbacks, about having to play on the scout team and had to be, held back. Now he is suspended. Now, because he's suspended, for the reason he's suspended, which is the detrimental to the team behavior, or if you want to actually say it the right way, behavior detrimental to the team. Now, Eli Apple is now suspended, and a lot of the money that was guaranteed is all voided on his contract, which, I'm not going to lie, almost sounds like Giants set him up this week. But it almost sounds like Eli Apple, our first-round pick from 2 years ago, is not going to be on this team. Hence, Jerry Reese, you're fired. Good job. And I for the most part, I think I brought you up to speed. And what are your thoughts on it?
On this, you wanted to know on the summary? You want to know the thoughts on the summary?
Yeah. Nice. Like it.
I didn't know about the contract. I didn't know about the detrimental to the team detrimental, however you want to phrase that.
Yep.
I didn't know that was...
Instead of being a $9 million cap hit if he got cut, now he's only like $4 million in dead money because he had actually 2 guaranteed years left. And now he has no guaranteed money left. He'd be $4 million in dead money against the cap this year if he gets cut.
When would they have to cut him? Like tomorrow then, or something?
No, it'd be just, cutting in the off season if he gets cut. He has no guaranteed money left. So does that make him easier to trade? I don't know. If it's no guaranteed, if all the money's voided and all the guaranteed money's voided, I actually think he'd be easier to trade.
I mean, getting called cancer in the locker room is probably not the best way to build up some trade value, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Landon Collins was not looking to the future. As in, he's not looking for 10 years in the future, like James likes to say. But Landon Collins is pissed, but the thing is, this is what it is. If Eli Apple's gone, let's say he gets cut, we still have DRC under contract
for 1 year, right? One year.
One more year. 1 more year. It's like $6 million. And for a cornerback of his caliber, he could get that same contract easily on the open market. So there's a possibility we might be keeping DRC, at least until we see what we can get in the off season. And I think he would have been a post-June 1st cut regardless as far as money-wise. But, that's going into the future. And, again, it all matters on what kind of coaching staff is coming in. Because I know what Sean McDermott did when he went to Buffalo. He cleaned house. And that's a possibility of what happens when this new GM and new coach come in here. They give the clean house.
All right.
And with Eli Apple, I think he's burned every bridge possible, and he keeps burning it. There's no apologies being said on his part.
So to flesh this out a little more, Eli Apple's half brother, who has the same mother, Annie Apple, came out with a video with TMZ Sports today saying that it's not Eli Apple, it's all his mother. She's the puppet master behind Eli, and this is all her. And saying that Eli should, in his own words, pretty much grow a set and become his own man. And you have that. So it's just a lot of family dynamic, a lot of family drama, a lot of family beef going on.
Now, I haven't seen this. Is it pretty much saying that she's getting pissed off at his behavior as well, or is she condoning it?
She's the drama behind it.
Oh.
Her recent surgery, her controlling his paychecks, all this sort of thing.
Yeah, you aren't a man if your mommy is taking care of your money.
That's a good way to put it. All right, let's dive deep into the comment section. What should I start off on? Should we start off on the YouTubes or the Facebooks?
You know what? Let's start off on YouTube.
All right, YouTube, you're up. All right, see if anything good. Robbie Cano says, we are a joke right now. Jerry Reese drafting strikes again, shaking my head.
Well, you know what? I totally understand, but guess what? He got his he gave us 2 Super Bowls. He got fired. He had some bad drafts. Granted, you can you really blame him for the Eli Apple thing? Honestly, the kid was fine in his first year. Whatever happened this second year, I have no idea. Who knows what's personally going on with the kid? But I can't blame him for Eli Apple. And I was honestly happy with the pick until, the past 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Even with him having a couple of struggles, I was like, okay, he can work through that. I mean, the kid's still young. The kid's only 21.
Right. But this is some
all the talent's there.
This is bad step down though. This is on top of the 2 in 5,000 season that we're having. Just oh my God! Just on top of everything.
Oh, it justifies the firing of Jerry Reese and McAdoo midseason. Period. The sucky thing about it is, and you know what? I want to get into the whole Davis Webb crap. Which
you want to go Davis Webb right now? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see if any other things.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the whole Francesca say that? Jared, what did Francesca say today about Eli Apple, or are we talking weeks ago? Oh, he said a source told him he would like to hire Gettleman, not take a QB in the draft, take O-line with the pick, and go on and try to win with Eli. We'll get to that in a minute. Why? Because wants us to start Davis Webb hype. I think that's where we're going.
Yeah.
All right, on to Facebook. Let's see. Tiki Barber and Eli Apple are working on a new book together called Poor Me. That's by Short. Ian says, clean house. Apple is a good player, just needs to get his head out of his ass and step up. That's where we're at with that. Is he going to be like a man and grow up and play? Is he going to be part of this team, or has he done too much damage right now?
Well, the nice part is it's the end of the season, And again, mattering on what coaches, what coach comes in here. I can see Eli Apple staying because he's still under his rookie contract, and honestly, I'd rather him stay. But if he is that much of a problem in the locker room, screw him. See ya. I don't know if he just pissed off Landon Collins by the fact, just give him a little bad attitude. But, all these little bad attitudes seem to come out when teams lose. So, is it just a product of losing? Because first year we heard nothing from Eli Apple.
No, he played well.
And he played well. And actually, I don't know a Giants fan that wasn't excited about seeing a 20-year-old kid come in and start, be willing to be a tackler, and he was taking on challenges of playing the top wide receiver all the time. Not to mention, he was playing well against Odell in the practice. So I don't know what happened. Someone got in his head to where he thinks he's got to start talking shit all the time. The waving of the finger crap after every damn play that he makes, even if a ball got caught on him for 15 yards and he made the tackle, he's waving his finger. This is the crap I can't stand. Now, I have no problem with players hyping themselves up and doing all that stuff, but all this me stuff, you got to earn that. Get a couple of interceptions, then you can start doing that stuff.
Right. All right, we have the phone lines open, too, at 516-453-9383. I'm going through the comments now. Everyone wants to talk about Davis Webb.
Where are you at?
Davis Webb.
Where are you at with Eli Apple, Marco, before we get into Davis Webb? Where are you at?
He's gone. There's no coming back.
I pretty much think the same thing. I mean, he's pretty much burned the bridge. And now with the suspension and now the guaranteed money's voided on his contract, it's pretty much opened it completely up.
And I saw a report from, I forgot her name. She said, where is it? Let me see if I can find it. I can't find it. She said that it was Josina Anderson. She said it was basically a done deal. She has a lot of tweets on it. Hold on, let me go back.
I give her credit. She's definitely in the mix. If you guys don't follow her on Twitter, you're missing out. She's usually on top of stories way before other people are.
Okay, so here we go. Even though that the New York Giants GM and head coach are not in place, thus nothing is certain yet, one team source remains very adamant on their feelings about quarterback Eli Apple. Quote, he will not be in an NYG uniform next year. Dude is done with NYG. Done. Now, take what you will from that. Let's see. She adds on to it.
I'll put money on it right now that he ends up being a Philadelphia Eagle.
If cut?
Yep. One, he's going to be pissed off at us if he's cut. So he's going to go to a rival. And supposedly he grew up a Philadelphia Eagle fan anyway.
Oh, that's
even though he grew up in Jersey.
Or would you go to the Cowboys? Or would you go to the Redskins and play right next to Josh Norman?
Well, Philadelphia already, is number one seed in the NFC right now.
Yeah, that's true.
All they can do is, upgrade their secondary. But who knows? I mean, the way it sounds like this guy is going to go whoever pays him the most anyway. Actually, he might go to Cleveland, to be honest with you. Go back to OHIO.
Yeah, he has Cleveland written all over him, too.
Yep, and they can overpay for him. They got all that rollover cap space. But, all right. So let's get to Davis Webb.
Davis Webb, everyone's favorite topic besides everything else.
Now, I'm with you guys. Would I have loved to see Davis Webb start playing? Yes. Especially like games like last week where we're down 23-0. There's no reason Davis Webb couldn't come in the second half. Or, a quarter or something like that. In a couple of these games where we got blown out, Davis Webb should have been the backup and should have been playing. Now, as far as him starting for the past 5 weeks, I don't agree with it. If it's Eli's last stand with us, let Eli finish it out. If we're getting blown out, hey, you know what? No reason for Eli to be in there to get crushed. Let Davis Webb get some reps in. And it sounded like Eli was fine with that, from the beginning. I think he was more pissed off that Geno Smith was going in for him. And with Geno Smith I guess he's all salty now that he got passed over for Davis Webb.
Oh, can you give me a break with him? Hold on to the damn ball.
You know what? It came out. What I read was
you got your shot.
Geno Smith was Jerry Reese and Ben McAdoo's guy. That's what it sounded like. And honestly, if you think about it, it makes sense because that's the only reason he made the roster. Because what did we say in the beginning of the offseason? If Eli went down, granted, we thought we were going to be way better than we were. Our season,
Super Bowl or bust.
Our season would have been over anyway. So, You know what? I'd rather have Davis Webb play the rest of the season than Geno Smith. And if Giants thought the same way, then they would have played him. Here's my thing with all the fans that are snapping. One, you guys don't need to do evaluations on them. You know what? All these coaches and all these front office people have seen this kid for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, yes, he hasn't been on the field. Do you want to put him on the field this week? No Evan Ingram, no Sterling Shepard, no Tavares King. I mean, who the hell is he passing to?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anybody. Giants are taking tryouts right now for wide receiver to see who's playing this week, and he'll be starting. I mean, what favors are you doing for Davis Webb? When are you going to learn when he has no one to pass to?
I don't care about the actual reception count. I want to see him get back there and at least it looks like there's something there. I don't care about the stats. I more care about the feel of the play. This guy's zipping the ball and he made a good move there. What the hell's the receiver doing? Oh, someone has to get open.
And I'm with you as far as that. But what's the main reason a lot of people want to see it? Well, let's be honest. The main reason they want to see it is if Davis Webb looks good, then we don't need to draft a quarterback in the top 5. Is that pretty much the main question?
I think we're going to draft a quarterback regardless if he's good or not.
That's my point right there.
Even if it is to drum up his own trade value later on, or something like when you have the Jimmy Garoppolo in your back pocket, even though I don't know what they traded for such little. I don't know what that was about. And he's on his rookie contract, so it's not like he's getting paid boatloads.
Well, Garoppolo, he's a free agent now. Anyway, so literally he was going to be a free agent this coming off season. Granted, he's not going to go anywhere because San Francisco's going to franchise him.
Franchise him, yeah.
And that's the reason they traded for him, so they had leverage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they got so little for him, because there was nothing left in the contract, and there was no guarantee Garoppolo would stay.
Yeah, they did it a year too. this is the whole New England drama that Jimmy loves and goes crazy for. Also, James loves it because Belichick wanted to get rid of Brady and have Garoppolo as a starter. They were looking to trade Brady in the offseason, which caused a lot of drama. And supposedly, James thinks that this is going to fuel Belichick out of New England to the New York Giants in his madness. It's like, no. Yes, it's true that they were attempting to trade Brady, but it was shut down by ownership.
And it tells you, okay, you know what? Let's get into that because Jimmy wants an ownership that's pretty much like Jerry Jones, which is like doing everything hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
Giants ownership has never been like that, and honestly, that's the reason they're a team that players like to go to, because ownership doesn't do hands-on. They own the team. They make final decisions on things, yes, but they don't do, they're acting like they're GMs, they're player evaluators or anything like that. They know they stay in their place. Robert Kraft is making a stupid decision by siding with a player that he's going to have for maybe 2 more good years instead of siding with a coach that could be there for another God knows how long. And God knows he's one of the great. He's the only reason Brady has Super Bowls. Let's be honest, guys.
Wait, do you think it?
Belichick is a master adjuster. Period. I've never seen somebody change up everything he'll do at halftime to where, okay, you thought you had me in the first half, cool. I made my adjustment. Now let's see what you're going to do. That's one thing Ben McAdoo never did and could never do.
All right, let's go to the phone line and see what we got.
No problem.
What's up, caller? You're on the line.
I just want to say, you guys, I don't know if you guys control it, but the, audio difference from the little intro where you call in and then the actual message is absolutely ridiculous. If you guys could, tone that down a little bit, that'd be nice.
I don't think we can. How's the audio now?
Oh, no, the audio for you guys is fine, but it's when you call in, it's welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. The volume levels are ridiculous. So, I have to say, hyped to see Webb. I hope they don't put him in too early and get him absolutely eaten alive by a defense that's still trying to be competitive if it's a close game. But I really want to see Webb. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I'm with you. But I'm going to tell you right now, Ryan Kerrigan is going to demolish whatever right tackle we put out there. Because we don't have a right tackle to block him.
Oh, that's why I'm kind of hoping Spags is smart and leaves, somebody in the back to help out. Maybe let Wayne Gallman or maybe even a fullback back there to try to give some additional relief. Maybe let Allison.
Well, the problem with that is who the hell is Eli passing to? Is Roger Lewis all of a sudden becoming our number one and only?
Because it's been practice squad guys for weeks. It's just more practice squad guys now.
Yeah, I mean, this is all the guys that Davis Webb's been playing with anyway. So technically, he should have a good rapport.
I'm gonna add another person on the line. Let's see what this is about. What's up, caller 770? Where are you calling from?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up? What's your name?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, this is Big O calling from Georgia.
Hey, what's going on, Big O?
What's going on, man? Talking about our Giants, man. Look, man, I hear the issues we have, who they're going to throw to, what's going on. But these professionals, man, when I hear people say who they're going to throw to, all these guys getting checks, man. They supposed to be the best of the best. You know, you're supposed to come out there and perform. There's no excuse. Because if I could have gave excuse, I can go to a team over there on the west side at the Bay, San Francisco, and they got a quarterback as Garoppolo, and he's throwing to nobody's either. I mean, the same way. So I mean, and he's performing at a high level. And it wasn't Garoppolo who beat us. It was the backup quarter. What was the other guy name? He beat us. You know,
yeah,
so it's kind of like
whatever.
It's just like the team is just man, it's a dumpster fire, man. And I blame it on Reese, and I blame it on head coaching. They're out of here. They need to get rid of Mark Ross too, because you analyze these players. You should have known, and I knew this. I couldn't believe it. I knew this, and you didn't know that Eli Apple do not like the Giants. He don't like the Giants. He hates the Giants. And you draft him. How you not know that?
Oh, there was one scout, I forget.
The dude been a cancer. It was a cancer a long time ago. And he has issues. So now he's showing his ass, excuse my French.
Yep.
And, you know, it blew up, man. That's just, it's higher up. It's Mark Ross. It's Reese. It's all those guys, man. You need to get rid of Ross so it can be a complete package and bring a new regime in, man, because it's sad. I'm sorry. I love Eli.
I don't know how much it is actually scouting. Like, I hear what you're saying, but they even had a quote from one of the Giants scouts who went out to look at him, and he said, "I don't like this guy. He's got no life skills." I think one of the direct quotes was, "He can't even cook." Now,
wow.
If you're Jerry Reese and you look at that as something one of your scouts has said, and you still decide to draft him, that's a Jerry Reese issue. That's not a scouting issue, because the scouting actually got you that information. It's just Jerry Reese made a bad decision based on that information.
Hey, and that's
you're right.
That's the thing. With Jerry Reese, yes, he made some bad choices, and we all know that. But he's gone. We got to look towards the future. It's going to be cleaning house.
Right.
And honestly, a lot of Jerry Reese's guys are going to be gone. Mark Ross is probably going to be gone. I pretty much think Kevin Abrams is going to stay because he's like league known for his salary cap work. Like he's known pretty well for that. So Kevin Abrams is probably going to stay in that same position. But, again, who knows? Honestly,
and you got Webb. You could at least get Webb 2 games, at least 2 games in or 3 games in. You already destroyed Eli's streak, so that it wasn't about a streak. To play to compete. The season is over with. We pretty much had locked second place, so that tells me that maybe Webb is not ready. Maybe that was a bad pick, and you see, it doesn't make sense. If you're trying to plan for the future, why not see what you got? You waste the 3rd pick on this guy, so he's getting paid, so he got to be out there on the field. He must be something, and we can't even get out there and see him. And you're gonna activate him this week? What kind of crap was that? It's just like, I don't know, man.
It made no sense to me, and the fact was that Geno Smith even was the number 2 quarterback going into the season. It made no sense because we all knew if Eli went down, I'd rather see the rookie than Geno Smith because we pretty much knew the season would be over. Granted, we thought we'd be a lot better than we were going to be, but that we ended up being. But we all rather saw Davis Webb. But the thing is, they didn't play Davis Webb during the preseason. But that's on McAdoo. From what I've read up, McAdoo and Jerry Reese like Geno Smith. And
I think
you see that's
a lot
why,
of it is making sure that he didn't get absolutely killed, which I think makes sense. I don't know that it's as much a question about quality because I forget who it was, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was a quote. I believe they said, like, we don't need Sam Darnold. We've already got a mini Eli Manning and Davis Webb. Now, to some people on the outside, maybe hearing we've got a mini Eli Manning is not the highest praise in the world, but I'm sure for those guys, it's very, very high praise. And
everything I've heard about Davis Webb is you're absolutely right. Everything I've heard on Davis Webb, I love it. Supposedly he's just a gym rat. He's in the film room nonstop. He's pretty much follows Eli Manning around like a puppy, I guess, and just trying to learn and soak up everything from him. Everything I'm hearing on Davis Webb, I love it. Granted, we like to see some of it on the field.
Right.
But, hey, you know what? The one thing I would say is, like, this coaching staff and this front office already, obviously they keep making mistakes, but there is people evaluating Davis Webb. We've had the kid for a year. Now, I think we're taking a quarterback regardless in the draft, whether Davis Webb is ready to do whatever, because it sounds like, these are once-in-a-lifetime quarterback class coming out.
Well, see,
that's the one thing that we might be. That's the one thing we might be lucky with the Giants sucking this year.
Is Rosen or Darnold potentially going to stay a fifth year? That is the major question. Because if Darnold stays over, then that leaves Rosen, and Rosen has shown some issues recently about comments he's made about football and potential. Does he like it? Is he a little bit not enthusiastic about it? What's the deal? And then you've got Josh Allen, who's got a great arm, but he's a major project. So I really think best case scenario for us would be to go down quickly in Washington so that there's a lot of garbage time to see what Davis Webb looks like. Hopefully Davis Webb looks great, and then we can trade down to maybe 5 or something like that. Maybe we grab Barkley, or maybe we trade down even further and grab an O-lineman and pick up more picks. I don't know, but I don't think that I don't know that we'll definitely grab a QB because of the potential that 2 of them might stay an extra year.
But can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel you, but if they really, look, Eli has nothing to prove, nothing else to prove, man. Even if you're gonna bring him back next year and he's gonna compete for a position because you're gonna reset this thing. Let us see David Webb a whole game, man. Why? It doesn't make sense. It's just, why not? What are you worrying about? I think the organization already got chewed out by the fans already. It's over with, man. What else you got to lose? There's nothing else you're gonna lose, man. You want to evaluate them? Give them a full game. Another question I want to ask you guys, and be honest about this, because I'm sick of these two. I really am. What do you think about Jason Pierre-Paul and Vernon? Just be totally honest for the money that these guys are getting.
I'm going to tell you straight out, and there's one thing that me and James have talked about off air. Pierre-Paul, I was on board. Guess what? He did exactly what we thought he was going to do. As soon as he got his damn money,
I know it.
He's not doing nothing. And we were all scared about it. We were all scared about it. He was on those 1-year deals. We're like, all right, he's going to continue to play. But guess what? 7.5 sacks is not worth the money he's making.
Right.
Period.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you right now, I also think Spagnuolo is using Vernon and Pierre-Paul
the wrong way.
The wrong way. He plays them the whole game.
3-4.
Every other team rotates their defensive ends, and we had the defensive ends rotate but he refuses to do it.
Vernon
maybe
is
this
a 3-4.
is just on
Vernon
my
is
end.
a 3-4 linebacker. Vernon plays on his feet. He's not good with his hands on the ground. That's why these guys do not know these guys' full potential. You put Vernon standing up, he's better. But where they got him playing, man, that's not him. And we paying him to almost get there. I call him almost Vernon. He almost get there. We paying this man all this money, and we can't even get sacks out this dude.
I don't mean to interrupt, but there's a consistent clicking noise I'm hearing in the background. I don't know if it's just on my end or if it's going out
I don't hear it
around the entire area.
I think
ask YouTube or Facebook, whoever's going to respond quicker, if they're hearing that clicking noise.
But I don't hear any clicking noise. That's on Marco. I don't have anything to do with technical stuff. And he's checking the comments and all that stuff right now. He'll be on it.
All right.
But I'm with you guys. As far as
JPP got to go, man.
JPP got to go.
It's not going to work.
Wait. If you had to cut one,
I'd cut JPP.
JPP's gone, OV stays?
JPP.
Yep. I like the way Vernon plays well against the run.
Right.
He really does.
Can I tell you another reason why you got to think about why you got to let JPP go. What does JPP really have to play for now? He won a Super Bowl. He got the contract. This man is going to lay down on every site of injury. I'm telling you, I knew he was a bad sign. On other shows, I was like, we should not sign this dude. When he was selfish before he blew his hand up, and when he blew his hand up, he kept away from the organization. He did all this crazy crap. Of course, he was going to come out with some fire because now his back was against the wall. He was about to lose his career. Yeah, he showed up. Then he signs this contract, and whoop, there it is, man. This man didn't shows up. Let him go.
The nice part will be when the new GM comes in, there's no loyalty. There's no loyalty to these players that, like Jerry Reese drafted these guys. So, he had some loyalty. But now, if a new GM comes in, he's going to be like, no, you're gone, you're taking a pay cut or you're gone.
Right.
But honestly, I like the way Vernon plays, and JPP, I think, could play better if they actually rotated. Why did they didn't even activate Okwara or Avery Moss this past week.
Right.
Why? It makes no sense. We refuse to play our young guys, and we refuse to have any kind of rotation as defensive ends. This is coming from the same coach that originated the NASCAR package, and he never uses it.
That's why he got to go to, man.
Oh, he's you know what?
I'm
going to tell you right now, as much as I like Spagnuolo, thank you for the Super Bowl, but you're not a good coach anymore. Period.
I think they might not be utilizing the young guys because they might actually be planning on potentially trading some of the older guys, and given how this season has gone, they don't want to have them get injured, which for a meaningless game, which honestly,
I'm going to stop you right there, Ned. There is no way.
No way.
I'll tell you right now, because all these coaches are thinking they don't give a shit about next season because none of them know. All of them know they're not going to be here. They're trying to win and trying to up their up their record as much as they possibly can, and that's the reason Eli's starting. And that's why I can understand why Spagnuolo is doing it. As far as him not making Davis Webb the number 2 from weeks ago, I don't know why he didn't do that. But no, they're not worried about the future. So as far as all the young guys, they can give a crap. And this defense, you already know, with Landon Collins breaking his forearm, which he shouldn't have been in there in anyway, Spagnuolo should have told him, no, you're sitting, you tweaked your ankle, there's no reason for you to play out the last 2 weeks. But, of course, he did and let him play, broke his forearm. But he is the heart and soul of that defense. Him and Snacks or heart and soul of that defense. You take any one of those guys out, that defense is horrible.
And Thompson is a bum. I'm sorry. He's a bum. You didn't analyze that
Andrew
right. I
Adams
don't know why Jarrell Adams wasn't playing. See, last year he played lights out. I don't know. I mean, come on, man. I don't know, man. You Spags got to go. You guys don't know your personnel well enough because Thompson shouldn't be playing this host. He misses tackles. He is bad in space. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
He used to be good before the injury, which kind of makes me wonder if maybe he's still nursing it slightly. Because, the 2 games he played before the injury, he had some really good highlights. Like, he was making tackles from all the way across the field. So, I won't say keep him on for guaranteed starter next year. What I would say is let him do it out in the preseason with Adams and see what comes of that, because I think maybe it might have to do with nurturing that ankle injury still, and I'm really kind of hoping that's the case because he looked really good before the injury.
If that's the case, then that's coaching. I mean, if you can see that he's not. You see what I'm saying? You got to put the better player in. That's coaching. Man, that's sad. That's sad. If that's the case, then we really need to get rid of everybody out of here, man. Clean house.
Well, everybody is going to be gone, and let's be honest. With a new coach and new GM coming in, there is no starters that are guaranteed. There's maybe 5 people on this team that are guaranteed a spot, and Landon Collins is one. Snacks is probably the other one, at least on defense. And I can't even really name anybody else.
Oh, no. Jenkins, Janoris Jenkins. He's definitely.
I love Janoris Jenkins, and he'll probably be on the team next year.
Coleman.
But
Coleman,
I hope he doesn't start the head case stuff. That's the kind of stuff he was known for in college, or he would have been a top 10 pick. But that's the reason he went to the second round, because Janoris Jenkins can be a head case.
I know he's a head case.
I think Coleman has shown enough.
But I think McAdoo was really, really a dick, dude. Excuse my French again. I really.
Oh no, I agree. I
really think something was really, really wrong about, because we never had no problems out of Jenkins until really that. It was just that coach did. It had to be an a-hole, man. Something was wrong, because. And then you lying about these guys' suspensions, and you had DRC suspended. They was really upset about some things that was going on, and we probably just don't. We only probably even know a quarter of it. We probably don't even know what was going on, man. But it was ugly. It was ugly.
Exactly. And that's the reason McAdoo had to go. He was losing the locker room. There was no reason for him to continue to stay. And that's the reason they fired him midseason. And obviously, even with all the stuff going on with Eli Apple, that's another Jerry Reese pick that's when it's gone. That's the reason he's gone. Now, let's hope. Now, we saw things over Christmas Eve, and let's hope this is possibly the case. Louis Riddick might be our GM.
You know why I don't think that's going to happen? You know why I don't think that's going to happen?
Why is that?
I think Riddick kind of, when you're going to be a general manager, some things you just don't expose and say, and just you kind of like stay off the grid, just relax. If you're going to be a general manager, you're going to be a general manager. I think him going to ESPN, being that sports anchor, and him talking a lot about what he'll do and what his moves would be as a GM, I think he should have just kept that on the wraps, and I think that might have just hurt him just a little bit. I think somebody like Cicero might take a little edge over him, get him in over, vice president of operations or something, and get a Josh McDaniels as a head coach. And I think that's the way they probably going. That's just my thoughts. But if they would,
I think you're probably right. You're probably right on that.
They must be waiting for someone who's going to be available. Well, they want
to interview Nick Cicero from New England. That is one of the favorites they want. They're waiting for him to interview. They got to wait another week. And as far as I know, they want to interview Elliott Wolf from Green Bay, Ron Wolf's kid. And honestly, that's somebody I want. You don't want Elliott Wolf, huh?
I mean, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm leaning more on Cicero and Riddick than I lean on Wolf. I like Riddick because where he says if he knows how to analyze, and I'm just being honest, the man know his stuff. But dude, shut up.
As far as Riddick, that's my number one guy, man.
Right, that's my number one guy. But I'm like, dude, man, you know our organization, they all proper and do things by the book in a certain way. Shut up, dude. Just like, get the job and then do it. And you out there already talking about what you're going to do. So it's like, oh, man, you might blow your chances, man. So I think Cicero might.
Are you guys doing this as well? I'm watching ESPN every time Louis Riddick is on.
Right.
I'm like I'm analyzing everything he's saying.
Right.
And I'm like, what's he saying about the new draft picks? The draft picks coming out. Okay. Oh, that's where we might go. Okay, good. The nice part about Louis Riddick, though, guys, is he worked for Philadelphia. He worked for Washington. He knows this division.
Mm-hmm.
Even worse, I went to all the old YouTube videos just to pull up what the hell he said in the past. I was like, about Eli Manning and Odell, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yep.
You know what I get to about our organization?
Before all the Eli Apple drama, he was like, oh, this guy might work out. I don't know what he would say about him today, but.
Man, let's just be honest, man. I'm just being honest. Our organization, Mara, Tush, because I barely hear Tush talk. It's always Mara. You need to loosen up, dude. You need to change. The times have changed, man. A lot of things you got to change, man. You just got to be different about. Forgive Riddick for being on ESPN, man. Tell him, look, man, let that go. You're going to be the general manager. He wants Josh McDaniels, and I think the system will change. The New York that will be on the up. This thing will change. I'm talking about it won't take us that long to even get back in there, fellas. I'm telling you. It's just we need a package deal, and I think the Giants are waiting on this package deal. And either out the two, Cicero and McDaniels or Josh and Riddick. I'm telling you, McDaniels is going to be our head coach. I feel this already.
That's what it's looking like, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not overly excited about that. My number one guy was, and Marco knows this, and you guys probably have heard me say this too, David Shaw was my number one guy.
Oh,
if we can convince that dude to come out of college, that's the number one guy.
That was the number one guy, but he turned it down. He said he wasn't going to do it, and I was like, oh, bummer. So right then, Josh McDaniels is the next guy, man. I'm telling you, man. He's learned. He's already, okay, people are like, okay, he's been a head coach already. He learned. That's what happens. You go and you learn, you fail, and you come back and you know how to do it the right way. Shoot, Pete Carroll failed. How many
my one issue is that it feels like a McAdoo redo. I mean, the same sort of mistake. Amazing success at offensive coordinator doesn't always translate to a good head coach.
But to give Josh credit, he's done it twice.
Mm-hmm.
He left New England once and came back to New England and made the offense good again.
Right.
So I'll give him that credit. And you know what? If Josh McDaniels doesn't be our head coach, I'm not going to hate it. But I'm a little skeptical about it right now.
Believe me, if he came here as the offensive coordinator, I would lose my shit, man. It would be amazing. But I don't know if that'll translate to head coach.
You know what it all comes down to, guys, and you guys all know this. It's not only the head coach, but what staff is he bringing with him? It's like, if Josh McDaniels is a great offensive mind, I'm going to hope he brings in another offensive mind that could at least keep him honest. And then,
do you know what his deal is with
coordinator.
Special teams? Because for the love of God, do you know what his deal is with special teams? Because that is probably the guy I'm looking forward to the most being replaced. Like, oh my God.
Oh, Tom Quinn's gone. I mean, well, first of all, there's nobody on the Giants staff that has done a good job. So guess what? See ya.
I want us to finally have a good special teams like we haven't had in so long. It's, oh my God, Quinn is just god awful, and I hope whoever replaced him is actually like really good, or at least decent. That would be better than Quinn. God.
And this is the one of the coaching staff, and I've already heard rumors that it's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't mind John Gruden.
Yeah, because he already knows he knows his stuff. I mean, that man
and he would have brought
his
in
stuff.
And just think about this: if Jay Gruden gets fired from Washington, which is a possibility, he could bring his brother right over to be the offense coordinator.
Right.
Well,
and
then,
then, honestly, maybe convince a guy like Marvin Lewis to come over and be the defense coordinator. That's the one thing with these, veteran coaches.
They got that loyalty.
Yep. They know, everybody knows each other, and they've all been cool. So a lot of these older coaches know there's going to be a lot of coaching changes going on in this offseason. Like almost half the league is going to be making coaching changes. They're already talking about Bruce Arians is retiring. Even though he's denying it right now, of course he's denying it. He wants to play him one more week before he says that. And and that's another guy as well. I mean, there's going to be a lot of coaches out there, guys. And that's one thing. That's one thing too. Okay, go ahead.
I gotta head out. All I'm gonna say is I don't know if you guys heard, but Hugh Jackson is going to jump in Lake Erie, so maybe we'll fish him out too for something. I don't know.
He won't have to. He won't have to because the record was 1-15. He's gonna go 0-16, so he don't really have to honor that. So the deal was for 1-15. So if they go 0-16, actually you guys did worse. So you don't have to do it. So they're not gonna win next week. They're going 0-16, man. It's a wrap.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely going 0-16. There's no way they're winning. I like Hugh Jackson as a coach, but Cleveland can't justify.
Not head coach.
You can't keep it justify a coach that's won one game in 2 years. No, he's a good offensive coordinator. Hey, and honestly, Giants wanted him before they wanted McAdoo.
Well, he has a chance to be an offensive coordinator.
Yep. Hey, I have no problem with that.
I guarantee you don't be shocked, fellas. That might be something that if a Gruden comes in, that might be an offensive coordinator. And Lewis has a defensive coordinator. You never know. It depends on Lewis.
The only problem with that is I'm hearing Gruden's going to Tampa.
Oh.
Yep, that's the rumors I'm hearing is Gruden's going to Tampa.
Well, we can just scratch that, man. We can scratch Shaw, Gruden. I don't know, man. People saying, I heard rumors Saban might try to come back in the league. I don't know.
Nah, I don't even want Saban. I don't want an old school coach. I don't want old. I want the younger guys. Bring in a Louis Riddick who's in his 40s. Bring in a coach a younger guy with some. We already went through Coughlin. We already had the 80-year-old coach.
Right. I feel you.
You know what? We don't need the. Let's get a youth movement going in. Especially Giants want continuity. Let's grow with some coaches.
Let me ask you this, okay? Since you said you want to go young, you want to go with some new changes. What if this guy comes in the combine and blows this thing out? Like it's like a no-brainer. Lamar Jackson.
My problem with Lamar Jackson is not about talent at all, and I think he's going to tear about the combine. It's he's skinny, and it reminds me of a RG3 mixed with Jake Plummer. He's just skinny. I don't know if he can last being 200 pounds, if that, doing what he's doing. He's going to run. You know, if he doesn't run, that's taking away half his talent. If he can get down and not get hit, I'm cool with it.
It's the accuracy, dude. That dude is, man, on the run, his accuracy is amazing, man. It's just, you know, when somebody has a feel for the game, there's some people who plays the game. There's just somebody who's just about the game. It's just like they in the game. I watched this kid, man, because I'm from Pompano Beach, Florida, and I know it's, God bless his dad, his father. The dude got an amazing story, man. He's a bright kid, and he's not the kid people think he is. His grandma raised him, and he's a well-mannered kid. He's just, you know, young guys gonna be young. You know, young guys do some dumb stuff every now and then, but the guy's amazing, man. His arm, his ability to do what he can do, and I think is just something that if it falls in your lap, you might miss your chance, man. It's just like Deshaun Watson. I didn't really think he was going to be that guy, like at the next level. And I got to tell myself, the game is changing, man. Look at Russell Wilson. I remember when he came in, and I was saying, you know what, this dude here, he's not scrambling to run and using his ability to run. He's running to buy time to throw down the field. And look at him now, man. He won a Super Bowl, and these guys are changing the game, and the league is right now. If you're not buying time, you're not going to make it. And that was the problem with the Giants, man, that Eli was a deer to a headlight. It's not his fault. It's just defenses are so fast now.
Yep. You need to have some mobility. You got to have
a little mobility, man, or it's not going to work. If you give Odell some time, like you can buy some time, Odell, Shepard, and Ingram, they'll eat you alive.
And that's my thing with Josh Allen. Intrigues me because he reminds me of Big Ben. He's got the size, he's got the arm, and he can move a little bit. And that's
what you need.
Yep. And that's the thing with Lamar Jackson. Now I'm worried about him just taking one big hit. He's done.
I understand.
He's out.
I understand.
And that's as far as if Lamar Jackson can put on some weight. Hey, and I hope I like the way he plays. I hope he goes to a good situation. I don't know if Giants would be the team.
No, they're not going that way. I already know that. I was thinking about Mayfield, but you know how that scooter's already tainted with the history of this young guy, this other guy that came from over there. So people are worried, the arrogancy. But another guy told me he's only 6'1". I'm like, dude, Drew Brees is 6 foot. What you talking about? If somebody just has the feel for the game and knows the game, man, don't use the size as an excuse. Drew Brees has no excuse. He'll pick you alive. He'll eat you apart. You know what I'm saying? So I was saying if we can just trade, because Mayfield's going to drop. So I was saying, like, without the Giants, he's going to drop. So if you can get this dude later, and right now, which the Giants should do, is play Webb, start in this game so you can see if you have a future in this guy, so you know what you can do. And if he looks promising or somewhat promising, you can trade down. You can trade out that number 2 spot and get some gold and add to this team, man. But the way we're going, it looks like maybe he's just not that dude, and we might be looking for a quarterback in the draft. And if we're looking for a quarterback, we need somebody that's mobile, man, and that's accurate. And is really to lick their chops and say, look, I got an Odell and a Shepard and an Ingram, man, I'm gonna eat you alive. Eat you alive.
And that's the one thing where, see, I've been looking at the quarterbacks and I'm trying to figure out which one I would actually want on this team. I think from day one, I think Rosen could be that dude. Right. From day one, because I think he can start off from day one. He could be in there slinging it. Now, I think Sam Darnold you give him a year under Eli, I think he could be slinging it. I actually think Sam Darnold has a higher ceiling. I think he could be better than Rosen. Right. Like I say, Josh Allen intrigues me because I like the bigger quarterback. they've got a gun, and which I know can take a hit when they're just as big as the linebackers coming in to hit them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And like you said, and then you got wild cards like Lamar Jackson and like Baker Mayfield that honestly I think we could trade down and get somebody, and that'd be great.
Right.
And that's the thing though is, I don't know how old you are, but I know how old I am, and I went through those, horrible years when we had no quarterback.
I'm 44, man. I've been there. Trust me.
Yeah, you went through the Tank Brown years. You Dave Brown years.
All that till we got Kerry Collins, and he was still garbage to me. I'm sorry, he wasn't that guy. He wasn't that guy. So, yeah,
exactly. So you know what? I don't care if we have 3 decent quarterbacks or 3 good quarterbacks going into the thing. Have competition. Best man wins. Cool. If Eli's going to play a year and then we get rid of him after that year, fine. I don't care. I'd rather have that transition, have it be right. So, because we've been lucky for the past 15 years of dealing with Eli. And we know he's going to start. We know he's going to play. He hasn't missed a damn game, other than the one we made him miss.
Right.
So, you know what? Let's just go into the next, generation of giant quarterback and hope we got him. And the thing is, we got to hope he clicks with Odell or get rid of Odell. One of the two. And the one nice thing is Sterling Shepard's showing me that he could be a number 1 wide receiver.
Right.
And Evan Ingram, you tell me Evan Ingram's not going to be 10 times better come next year?
Right. And you could probably find something this year coming out. I mean, young stars, they come, man. They're born every day, man. They out there. They in little schools. They come in. They get a chance, and they make their name, man. So if you get a good general manager that comes in there and with a sharp mind that says, boy, nobody is safe. I mean, nobody. Mm-hmm. You act up. I'm coming there. I'm gonna lay the hammer down. I'm gonna let you go earn your check. And you're going to be on the field because you earning that check. If you out there, man, you slacking, you going. If you're a cancer, I'm not going to announce it. I'm not going to make it big. It's just one day you just hear a big trade. Odell got traded, and we got a lot for it. That's business. That's why I never get emotional with players. I never cling on to players. I'm a giant organization fan, because I know things come and go. Changes happen, players get hurt. You got to understand that it's the business. So, but in general, if you're running a business, you got to see this coming. You got to know these things can happen. I promise you, I would never believe we'd be 2-13. If you ever told me we'd be 2-13, I'd say, dude, you nuts. You out of your mind. That'd never. The Giants? Are you crazy? You know our organization? Are you kidding me?
But the last time we drafted in the top 5, what did we get? We got Eli.
Yep.
So you know what? Let's take advantage. That's one thing. It's supposed to be one of the better quarterback classes coming out in years. So if we're gonna suck this year, let's look at the positive. This was the right year to do it.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. You got me thinking about the Lamar Jackson being you matching him up with Odell, Ingram, and Shepard, and then if we actually had a good running back. And Gallman's not bad, but he don't like to hold on to the ball.
Another thing he does great, slide. He doesn't take hits. He's a smart young man, man. And this is college. You know the next level, he's going, man, slide. That's nothing, man. When you got to do that, can get a quick 5, quick 6, go down, make the next play easy to get and get smart. And you got coaches in his brain, and he's learning from a veteran. Maybe if Eli's still on the team, how that goes, I doubt it. I just think you just get a good coach that can get in his head, man, and let this kid get loose, and he'll do his thing, man. Buy some time, put him with some veterans that's going to, help him out. I know Odell would love something like that. Shepard would love something like that, especially Ingram. They love something like them. The guys are young and energetic with the new wave, with the new era. Man, come on. I think we'll pick some people apart. If we get Riddick, you best believe that's going to be on the table. Best believe that. If we get Riddick, that will not be far-fetched. I remember, mark my words. Mark my words. If we get that general manager, he's going the new way. He's not going no old school. He's not. He just wants to see some fire, and he knows his team have it, and he's going to build that team around Odell and Shepard and them young guys. And all we need is which I think we do got one. Everybody's sold on Goldman. I'm not kind of sold yet. I'm still like, I'm not sold yet. You know,
I have no problem with Goldman. You know, we'll give him another year. But the guy does not hang on to the ball, and I don't like that. I can't stand fumblers.
Right. Yeah, I was liking Doc White one time, but then sometimes I was like, I don't know. We need that back, man. That guy that can just make defenses honest, and we haven't had that yet.
I miss Brandon Jacobs days.
Yeah,
I miss Brandon
Jacobs.
Jacobs.
To be honest, McAdoo's scheme was trash anyway. Brian Boldinger broke it down. That was a trash scheme. You couldn't run out of it, and defense could sit on it and dare you to do anything, and that's why we're 2-13, man. With shoot, we was 0-4 with Odell and a full package. So that offense was trash. That scheme is trash, man.
Oh, well, he built the scheme he thinks the scheme would, work with any player instead of building an offense around the talent that you have.
Right.
That's what McAdoo's problem was. And that's what it is. That was his downfall. He reminded me of what Mike Martz did when he took over for Dick Vermeil from the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
He thought his scheme was going to work no matter what. It didn't make a difference who was in there.
Right. Hey, but look at the bright side, fellas. We got a clean house. We know change is coming. We know that for a fact. Change is coming. It's just a matter of time when and who.
And that's all I'm waiting on is I want Louis Riggs to make it official. I know he put that little he put that little tweet out there to act like he was in, but nothing's come out.
I see, man. I was like, look at that little stuff right there. I'm like, come on, man, don't do that. Don't do that, man.
Don't play with our emotions like that.
Don't play with our emotions like that, bro. Because I was ready to jump back for joy, but somebody said it wasn't pertaining to the Giants. He just tweeted that. I'm like, come on, man, come on. But it's just us. We're right now. We're hawking everything. We're watching every move. Because right now we've never really been in this type of position. I mean, a general manager, head coach at the same time. Come on, man. This is some new stuff. So it's very exciting at the same time too, because we kind of got what we wanted for Christmas. We wanted McAdoo out of there. And we wanted Reese out of there. We got that. So now it's just a matter of time of changing and what the general manager is going to come in and do. Because I think another thing, too, this Eli thing with the breaking his streak and finally, saying, look, we might have to move from Eli. Mara played chess on that, man. I think they was like, you know what, I'm about to get rid of Reese and McAdoo anyway. Let these guys go down and take the heat for all this. And then the new general manager, he's going to come in. He's going to say, look, man, I'm not going to come in with all that Eli stuff on my back. You take care of it before I get there. And when I get there, I can easily say, hey, when they ask me, hey, is Eli going to be in your future? And they say, I don't know. I'm not going to say he is. I'm not going to say he's not. I'm just going to evaluate stuff. And if it's not, if it's not going to work, I wish Eli well. If it is, we can keep him on this team to teach the new guys that's coming in. But we're going to get a new quarterback. That best believe that.
You got to. You got to take advantage of it.
Right.
You got to take advantage.
Right.
We don't get top 5 pick often.
Right.
And thank God we don't. But we don't have an often. So we're going to take advantage of it while we can.
Right.
And hopefully they don't mess it up like Cleveland does every year.
All I just want from my organization when we move into this new wave, I want to be like Pittsburgh fans and Patriot fans, the fans that know every year at least I'm going to be in the playoffs. Can I be like that? I mean, I'm a Giant, for Christ's sake. Can I say that? I'm sick of I'm in the playoff 1 year and then I'm out 3 years. Get in this year and then I'm out another 2 years. I'm sick of that crap, man.
I'm sick of it too, but I do understand. But you also got to understand, first of all, Patriots play in the AFC East.
Right.
The rest of the division is trash.
Yeah.
The Bills haven't made playoffs in 20 years.
Right.
Jets are the Jets. They're our farm team. Even though I shouldn't say that, because they have a better record than us right now.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you right now, Todd Bowles is a hell of a coach because they tried to tank that team and they still gave him a decent record.
Right. Right.
In Miami, come on, dude. They picked up Jay Cutler right before the season. He's the starter.
I heard somebody on another show, somebody was thinking about, what do y'all think about Pepper Johnson coming and being the defensive coordinator or something on the defense with this team?
We wanted him before. Marco, you remember, what was that, a few years ago? He was interviewing for the job before Spagnuolo got it.
Yeah.
With Coughlin, and he didn't get it. He got pissed off about that. But, I'm all for Pepper Johnson being defense coordinator, which could actually make sense because he has ties. He did coach in New England. When Josh McDaniels was there.
Right.
So
they won the Super Bowl, didn't they? I think he was on the Super Bowl team.
Yeah, he might have been like the defensive line coach or something like that.
Right.
So the possibility's there. I'm fine with that. But it just matters of what coaches comes in. And that honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, if it's a veteran coach, Eli's going to be here another year.
Hey, you know what? I was just about to say something.
If it's a younger coach.
I really don't, I'm not to cut you off, sorry about that.
Yeah,
but
go ahead, man.
I really don't want to lean towards Gruden and those guys, because then we're going to stay stuck on our old ways. We need to move young, man. We need to just move away from all that, man. I'm done. I just don't want to get set back again to that crap. We trying to move forward. All this year that happened about the record, the streak, and all that. What was it for? I think it was to move on from that. So let's just keep it going, and let's not set back, because Gruden already made his demands. If I come in, I need Eli as my quarterback. Well, you don't need to be here. Don't come in here demanding stuff. You can't do that. That's just totally.
Yep.
It has to be competition. Somebody has to win fair and square and be a quarterback, man, and be able to buy time and do all that. And you got to check off the list. If you can't do that, man, don't think you're going to come build some great wall of China around Eli and think we're going to make something happen, because they did it in Dallas, and Tony Romo went down like Glass Joe, and it was about luck. They had this dude in Prescott, and he's really, right now he's not really all that to me, but it is what it is. So it can fail. So I'm just trying to tell you, man, let's move new and get somebody that's mobile that can, buy time and help Odell and those guys destroy teams like we're supposed to.
100%, man. It's a new wave of quarterbacks anyway. I don't think anybody is actually a standstill quarterback like Eli is anymore. And none of these young kids coming in. All of them can move at least a little bit. I'm not saying they're world-class sprinters or anything like that, but they can come in and, be a little mobile.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm looking for. I don't need my quarterback running all over the place. Right. Granted, if I had a Cam Newton, I'd have no problem with him running because he's big as shit.
Right. I don't have no problem with you running, but if you're running to buy time, that's it. Doing what Russell does, man, and being smart and going down when you need to go down. And that's it, man. And you'll last a long time, because that Russell Wilson dude is amazing. He's a problem. I hate playing. Every time we played Seattle, I already knew. I was like, man, the defense is not set up for mobile quarterbacks. Our linebackers are just they're below average, man. They're not that good.
That's our problem, and I literally talked to Marco about this today off the air, and James. The two main things we need to do in this offseason is obviously fix the offensive line. Right. But upgrade this linebacker core. And if you upgrade that linebacker core and you fix that offensive line, watch how much better this team is.
Right.
Because if you can actually have a better offensive line where you can run the ball, which could be part of the scheme as well, get a better scheme where we'd actually run the ball and, actually have some time to where we can take advantage of the nasty wide receivers that we have. That's going to make a big difference, especially when that defense can rest and we actually have linebackers that can actually play. Now, I like B.J. Goodson, but the dude was hurt every other play.
Yeah, I call him B.J. Glass Joe Goodson. He's always hurt.
Yeah, he just got put on the IR today. And I'm like, he should have been on the IR week 2.
Sad, man. Sad.
And that's the thing we need to upgrade is and that was Jerry Reese's fault. Jerry Reese refused to draft linebackers.
Right.
We need to bring in some young linebackers. It'd make a big difference in the passing game where we could blitz. It'd make a difference in the running game where we could run people down. Where it's not all the pressure's not all on the secondary. All the pressure's not all on the front 4. That's what we need to do. We need to upgrade these things. And I'm with you as far as getting rid of JPP and those guys.
Yeah, man.
Free up that
we can keep Vernon, but we just got to let JPP go. We really do. We got Moss. We got Cora out there that's up and coming, man. We really don't need this guy.
I'm going to tell you right now, what I've seen from Avery Moss, he's got potential.
Right.
He's played well in the limited time that he's played, which makes no sense why he hasn't played. Because he's a young kid that should be getting the time anyway. And that's another reason, Spagnuolo is just shitting all over this team right now.
Right. And Bromley got to go. I'm just done with that dude, too. I'm done with a couple of people on this team. I don't know why we have them on there. They're just not worth nothing. We just been wasting our time with these guys, and I think coaching just wasn't right on this team. They don't know how to analyze and put the right personnel in the right places, man, and they got to go, man. That old stuff got to go. Remember that recruiting show we used to have on HBO when they was following the recruiting team? Those old guys, man, you got to get rid of that package, man. You can't. It's over with, man. That time's passed. You need to get you some young folks that know what's going on with these young times. Look at now. Patrick Mahomes about to start this weekend, and I'm going to show people what I've seen in this young kid. He's going to do, man. He's going to be the next thing for Kansas City. You got to move that way. He can buy time. He's accurate. He reminds me of a Ben Roethlisberger a little bit, but a little bit better, man. He has a little bit more action to him. So if you're not going that way, man, if you're not going that way in the future, man, I'm sorry for you. I really don't know what you're at. Because look at Matt Ryan showing it right now. If you're not mobile, you're going to get crushed, man, sitting back there when teams are fast and got defenses that's locking you down and the D-lines and linebackers are fast. You got to be mobile.
Yeah. You have no argument from me on that. We definitely – all I want is to go back to a little bit of old-school Giants and have a running game. That's all I want.
Right.
Maybe have a 1,000-yard rusher. I know that's crazy to ask for, a whole 1,000-yard rusher.
Right. It's just to make defenses honest. You need a rushing back. Just like you need one, man. If you can get a running back and a good – I mean, right now, I'm going to be honest, man. There's quarterbacks right now that wish they could be the Giants quarterback because they could play with Odell and Shepard right now. You just can't say it because you can't be vocal like that. But I bet you behind the scenes, low-key, players talk to themselves like, man, if I could play with Odell, what? About time, we'll light it up. That dude's amazing. He makes a cut. He get open, man. You hit him in the open field, it's a wrap. But coaches can't see that. But general managers can't see that. And they get paid all this money, but the fans can't. That's why they got him out of there. And I hope somebody young in his family probably said, you know what, Grandpa, you really need to start moving with the new times and stop taking away from this team because you're losing your fans. Look at it out there. Everybody's not coming. And it's not about no protest either. It's about the performance of the team and what's going on out here, man. It's old and and we got potential. You're gonna have players don't even want to be here because with this old school way of running things. Move with the new wave. Get your young general manager in here. Get your coach with some fire in them that players will be ready to run through a brick wall for. And let's move forward and get the right pieces in here and let's win some championships. That's it.
Damn straight. I couldn't say it any better. That's all I want. Let's get that youth movement in here. Hey, I have no problem with the Giants who stick with people for a long time. That's good. That's the reason people want to come to the Giants. But let's have some youth where, hey, if we have a great coach, he could be here for 20 years.
Right.
But not where if he's here for 20 years, he's 100 years old.
Right. Hey, well, at least we got the first part of the gift. We got the general manager and the coach out, man. So we know for sure there's something gonna happen, man. Something's gonna change.
We have the GM coach out, and we're gonna have at least with a second or third pick. There's no way in hell we're winning this week. There's no way in hell.
Third pick. Third pick. We got two on lock. Remember San Francisco winning games. We got two.
Well, no, Indianapolis is the only one we have to worry about. But
how many
Giants
games
aren't beating Washington.
How many
not
games
without
in
Indianapolis?
Yeah, Landon Collins did. We're not winning. Don't even worry about it, dude. We're not winning that game. We're not. Trust me, we're not. Those guys are going to be playing for pride. And trust me, with just a little pride, they'll kill us. That's it. Just a little pride, they'll kill us. Because you're going to start Eli already. Eli, the first sign of pressure, he's going to kill the play dead. Or he might throw a pick. And it is what it is. And we're going to get 3 and out. We're going to get 3 and out real quick. We're going to keep trying, and we're going to keep trying. And we're going to waste time. And maybe Webb get in fourth quarter, and that'll be a bummer, man. You need if the first quarter Eli doesn't shake anything, you need to go say, let's go ahead and put the young guy and let him finish the game. That's it.
If I had to guess, Davis Webb's going to be starting the second half.
I hope so.
It'll be starting the second half. Davis Webb will be in, almost regardless. Especially because right now I can't see us scoring points because I don't think we have anybody on offense that can score points at this point. And defensive-wise, without Collins, we already are playing with a bunch of scrubs in the secondary anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, good luck.
Right. You're right.
I think we have the second pick on lock.
No, we don't. If we win and Indianapolis loses, I think strength of schedule, we would
gotta fight strength?
because
it would be a tie, 3-12.
Well, we both be 3-12, but strength of the schedule as far as teams we played, I think Indianapolis would have the second pick. I think at least that's what I saw.
You was right when you said it the first time. We got it on lock. Trust me, man. We're not going.
We're not winning.
We're not going to win this game. Are you kidding me?
No.
We're not going. Cousins is going to light us up. Trust me, man. We're playing a good team. We're playing an all right team, and we're not gonna beat this team, man. We're not. I don't care how much pride we're gonna play for. We're not, man. We ready to end this thing. Trust me, we are ready to end this thing. And players are trying to find out who's gonna be here next year and who's not. Because trust me, it's clean house. After tomorrow, after Sunday, it's clean house. And I just can't wait. I know it won't be probably the first week. Something's going to happen, man. It's going to be some – the general manager's probably already picked. It's probably already picked. They're just waiting for the season to be over with, man.
Well, that's why I'm hoping it's Riddick. I hope Riddick's already said, just haven't announced it yet. Or they're just waiting to interview Casserole from New England.
Right.
And just, let's interview everybody before we make our decision.
Right.
I don't know if they wait. That's a long wait because we're talking deep into the playoffs until they could talk to them unless they work something out with New England.
New England's got to bye the first week, so we can interview them in that week.
Yeah, if they got a bye, he can go ahead and negotiate, and talk for a job.
The GM is going to be signed before the season's out. Before that Super Bowl. The GM
before that Super Bowl is out. Trust me. If they have
I thought the original press conference that Mara had, they wanted the GM in place before the season ends, like around New Year's.
Hey, it might be. And that's the thing, though, is if we need to be on top of the GM thing, because the amount of coaching changes that are going to happen, pretty much Black Monday, when all these teams are getting fired, because they've already talked about, there's going to be 12 openings this off. So the Giants better be on top of it. Because we want first pick of these coaches. We don't want the last pick.
I think it's in my what I want. I think I want Riddick, and I'm not so sold on McDaniels, but I could see it happening. I wouldn't go be crazy about it, but it would be all right.
I have the exact feeling I am with McDaniels. But I think Riddick
would be a good, a younger guy, knows the current climate of the league, players in the league, seems to be critical when needed. I think he would go more in the youth movement.
And the thing is, the thing is, other than Eli guys and Brandon Marshall, which I doubt he's going to be on his team next year anyway, this team is young. Is really young. I'm telling you, fix the offensive line, fix the linebacker core, we're right in this thing.
Right.
Fix the special teams. Fix the depth.
Well, I'll tell you.
Fix the running back.
You fix the depth. You fix the special teams. But it's also the special teams coaching as well.
Not with the kicker and punter.
Yep. You got to analyze your players.
Well, let's put it this way. You think the kicker would still be there if we were actually winning? There's no way they would have let this guy just keep missing.
Didn't we have Nugent? Wasn't Nugent on this team in the preseason?
Yeah.
Yeah, coaching. Coaching. Man, I'm telling you, man. It's freaking coaching. We had a whack squad all across the board, man. All across the board. We was just a victimizer. And sometimes I just say, hey, maybe the gods just shift things this way. It was a new change coming for the Giants, and everything had to go. So, hey, this was a package deal.
I think that was roster money allocation, because if they signed Aldrich, it was a rookie deal, which would be nothing, as Nugent would get a veteran minimum. So you're scraping pennies to.
Well, the thing is, during the preseason, they actually played as close as you can get as far as kicker. I don't think either one missed all preseason.
Right.
So I don't blame him for going with the rookie. He had a bigger leg anyway. But it's
a great leg when it's on target.
Yeah.
Kickers are. It's just so maybe it's just one of them young things, man. It happened. He has time to bounce back. Off season, hey, you got no off season, man. Work on it.
Yep. Hey, I have no problem with him being in the competition next year for kicker. Whatever. As far as I'm concerned, kickers are a dime a dozen anyway.
Right.
Hey, if he ain't hitting, guess what? You bring somebody else in.
Right.
Brad Wing got to get his confidence back. That's who I'm worried about. Brad Wing was a good punter last year, and now he's not even consistent.
Yeah, no. See, that might be coaching.
Well, it's all coaching. Let's be honest. As far as the amount, guys, coaches are supposed to make players better. Who's been getting better? Other than a handful of guys, there's nobody that's been getting better every season, and that's on coaches. And people are showing garbage during the preseason, but still starting. Like Paul Perkins didn't do anything during the preseason, but still was our starter in the first 2 weeks. It makes no sense whatsoever.
I don't even call his name.
Yep. Yeah, we were all pumped about Paul Perkins going into this season. We were like, okay, this kid showed some talent. I don't know what the hell he did in the second season. He must have been hanging out with Eli Apple.
He went into the doghouse quietly too. It's just, is he even getting snaps? I don't even think so.
Hey, he got a couple snaps, but who cares? Darkwa runs a good play, then all of a sudden his hamstring hurts. Then he's out for a couple plays.
Yep.
Then that's the way he plays. You know what? The whole running back, Wayne Gallman can come back. Paul Perkins, I'll give you a roster, a camp spot, but you better earn that. But everybody else can see you. Vereen, see you. You got overpaid.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Yes. All that. Gone. I'm not going to lie. You can have Perkins, too. We just need to just bring a whole new set. I don't know what we have on the practice squad, but we might as well upgrade some of those and let that bunch go. And I'm telling you, man, I'm done with those guys, man. They're below average. They're below average running backs, man. They don't have nothing special about these guys. If you're a running back, you got to have that dog in you, man, and they just don't have it at all.
Yeah.
Those guys fall down on the first hit, stumble. We make a screen look so bad. I mean, we make a screen look so unorganized. It's not even funny. Eli can't. I don't know, man.
He's lost the ability. He's lost the ability to throw a screen. It's like at their toes all the time. It's the most frustrating thing about his game. It's like he's right there. It's like 4 yards.
He's right there. You can't throw a ball right there and make it look sharp. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Yep. It's just the change came, fellas, and we just got to embrace it. It's going to be something different. And we just, right now, the suspense is on because we really, what we want, we hope we get. I just don't want to be disappointed, man. I don't want to get somebody we like, what the hell? Who the hell? What? I just don't want that.
The GM-wise, the person that's going to be that's going to be Gettleman.
Right. And I think they said they're going to probably use Gettleman for something vice president of operations or something. I think because of his age. They think he's up there in age, so they don't want to put somebody they're going to have to change in about 5 to 7 years or something like that. So they're just going to go ahead and go young with our general manager. That's what I was hearing. So hopefully that's true.
Well, that was my whole problem. Actually, I was looking at Gettleman's record. I was fine with Gettleman coming back, other than he's 67 right now.
Right.
He's old. He's too old to be coming back, and especially for a team that likes to keep their GMs for like 15 years.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be him. I think they would have like announced it if it was him already. It's been like 2 weeks since he's interviewed.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now, I really think Riddick is a favorite. And this is why I say that, is they interviewed Mark Ross. So they didn't do the whole Rooney Rule crap for Louis Riddick. Louis Riddick came in after the fact. Like probably like the fourth person they interviewed.
Right.
I really think, other than the New England GM, Casero, when he comes in, and Elliott Wolf, which I'm hoping at least gets interviewed, those it's between those three. That's who I think it's.
It's a no-brainer, man. it should be a no-brainer. But I think they bringing Cicero in, and because Cicero got some connects with the Giants, and I won't be shocked, man. I'm just telling you, man. I just won't be shocked. Because the organization at New England ran a good organization over there. They know how to evaluate play. Come on. That's the organization that make nobody somebody. I mean,
yep.
I don't know, man. Well, let's not say that, too, because
Belichick. The thing is, I'm going to tell you right now, New England does not draft that well.
Right.
They don't draft that well. Now, does Belichick develop his players? Hell yeah, he does. He develops whoever the hell he puts in front of him. And that's the thing. That's coaching. That's what Ben McAdoo didn't think it was part of his job.
Motivation?
Yeah, those guys get paid for that. Everything that he I don't know what he actually thought his job was.
And that's why I was choosing McDaniels, because I was like, he left Papa. He went out there and he got scolded. He came back home. His father, okay, you went out there and you learned for yourself. Now we're going to come back and I'm going to teach you again how we're going to go back to the basics. You're going to learn the ins and outs. Tom Brady snapped on him a few weeks ago. If it was a young Josh McDaniels, he would have screamed back. But now he knows how to turn around. Look, I'm going to deal with you off camera with this. He grew up. He's a different guy. I seen a different attitude with this dude. And I'm thinking he's going to come in and players are going to be ready to run through the wall for this dude, because he's going to come in with the no-nonsense thing, man. Yeah, he's young. I mean, come on, look at St. Louis, the Rams, for Christ's sakes, man. This young guy comes in there and have this team jacked up. I mean, jacked up.
That's what I'm looking for, is a Sean McVay. I want these young guys. I want the people that look at the game differently than, the old school crap that has been going. The people that are going to adjust to all these college games that's going all the spread offense stuff. No, do I want the Giants to go spread offense? No.
No.
Absolutely not. Honestly, that's what Ben McAdoo was trying to do. I wanted them to go, as far as I'm concerned, you can go Odell at the 1, Sterling Shepard at the 2, Evan Ingram at tight end, and just run old school sets, as far as I'm concerned, I formations. And go, we just need that running back.
Right.
But that's
Bigo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bigo, are you on Twitter by any chance?
Oh no, not yet. I gotta get me a Twitter account, man. I'm kind of old school. I'm still trying to get acclimated with this social media stuff. I got Facebook, but I got an Instagram, and I don't even be on it like that. But I'm gonna get a Twitter page.
Oh, so you know it's from Facebook then?
Yes, I see you on Facebook.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Matter of fact, I'm watching it on my other phone. I'm using my company phone here. I'll call you on this phone. Yeah, I'm watching you on the other phone. So, yeah, man, I'm a Giant fan. I'm a diehard fan, man. I call a couple of shows. I got a TV, a little man cave, Giant man cave. I bleed blue, man. I follow them everywhere, man. When I can. I'm like I said, I don't cling into players. I'm a just all around organization fan. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna tell you what you might not want to hear, but you got to hear it. I'm not a fantasy, and I'm not a fan. I don't fantasize. So I see a lot of fans who always want, like, we need a big receiver so we can have a Plaxico and we meant this and that. I'm like, man, dude, get off that. That passed. That's not gonna happen, and that's our problem. We're trying to make this team like it was, and do the NASCAR package and all this stuff, and the wave of the game moves a different way. You got mobile quarterbacks and stuff. That stuff's not working no more, man. If you can't keep your feet and box a fast guy in and get some schemes that's gonna go ahead and bring this dude down, or do what the new wave is doing, you're not gonna make it in this league, man. You're just not. And it caught up with us. It really time's caught up with us. That's what happened with our offense too. Time really caught up with us. We had a whole bunch of old bums that's just don't know the game. I mean, is not moving with the time. They know the game, but they're just not moving with the time. Shoot, McAdoo is smart. He hella smart, But, dude, that's for Aaron Rodgers. That is not for Eli. That's not going to work with Eli. What you trying to run, it will work with Aaron Rodgers. But Eli, no freaking way. Eli's a play-action quarterback. He needs a running back that's going to pound, that's going to make defensive honest, and he needs to freeze you a little bit to give him time to put a ball in somebody's chest. Other than that, Eli's not going to put no ball in your chest when he's in duress or he has to speed do things because that's just not Eli. He's not going to do it. What he'll do is throw a high ball and get your ankles blown out and throw it behind you or can't even throw the deep pass anymore. It's a lot of things he just can't do. And you got to just be honest, man. He's been in the league 14 years. He's regressing, man, and it happens. We get old. We all going to get old. And our quarterback is going to get old, too. So it is what it is, man. So I tell fellas, we're moving to a new wave, man. We might as well. This is the perfect time for the quarterbacks to come in out here. Let's make the right decision, man. But we need one that's mobile. Don't get you a statue. You get you a statue, we still have problems.
I got to ask, are we your favorite show?
Yeah, man, you guys, hey, man, let me tell you, after the day, I got a lot, the Today Show I was like, man, I got to talk. Because there's some shows, man, you can't even talk because it's so, and I don't blame you, it's a lot of fans and everybody's waiting to talk. And I'm a guy that's detailed, so I can't just talk real quick. I got to make you understand where I'm at because we all kind of think the same way. If we detailed fans and we watch the game the same way, we know that, our team needs a lot. And it's not really too much. Because we can be back in this thing don't be shocked if we be back in this thing within 2 years, and don't be shocked if it's not next year. I really think we still got pieces. It's just that you need the right person to come in there and say, you know what, let me plug this, plug that, give me some linebackers, and we'll be all right, man. We'll be all right.
Yep.
Get Eli Apple out of here, trade something for him, because at this point you don't want him on this team. The dude don't want to be here. You can get something for him. Bite the bullet, get what you got to get. Oh, and I think with him doing what he did today, that takes I think that take the lost weekend. I think he knocks it in half or something. It's something in his contract that he acted up like that.
Yeah, it's behavior detrimental to the team. Now all that guaranteed money that he had left on his contract is voided.
Knocked in half. Yeah, it was voided. So I'm good. So we won't take that much loss. So it is what it is, man. Get some. A free agent, maybe one more, somebody, a voice that can come in here. I don't know, maybe a linebacker, maybe that Brown dude at Washington. He's gonna be free agent next year, and I like him, man. He's Zach Brown, I think his name is. He's a veteran, man, and he's a hustler, man. He's hard, man, and he's fast. So you can get that guy come in, man, and get you some young guys to fly around the ball with him, man. We'll be all right, man. It won't take that much to bring this team back. But get rid of JPP, man. You got to get rid of this dude, man. It's not going to work with him. It's not.
Yeah. If we could trade JPP, that would be awesome. I just don't see anybody taking that money.
Yep.
And that's the nice part. If it is somebody that the new GM comes in, it's going to be somebody that is like, I don't know JPP, so I have no problem trading him.
Right. And at this point right now, if you're a good analyst, if you're a good coach and you're watching the game, let me tell you, you need your fingers, man. You need your hands.
Doesn't he have a wrap on his good hand now?
You need your hands, man, and I understand he did his little thing, and that was desperate. And look, if your job is on the line and you're gonna lose your career, you make tackles with 2 fingers. But now you got the contract. It's not easy making tackles with 3 fingers, like alien hands, man. And then you gotta grip some, and people ripping away. He even broke his finger, broke one of his little fingers, and he don't even have full fingers on that hand. So let's just be honest. You cannot tackle a Cam Newton or somebody, like a Le'Veon Bell. You cannot do it, man. You need your hands, man. So at this point, you got to hope somebody wants JPP is going to pay something for him. So cut ties with this dude. Do something, man. Let him go, man, and let the next man up. Because I really don't think you're going to get anything else out of JPP. He's won the Super Bowl. He's got a contract. He's on TV now doing his little TV show, whatever. reality thing I saw him in on the other day, maybe one show or two. But hey, this dude never grows up to me. He was always a big kid, liked to play a lot, and he's not that leader. He's not a leader. He doesn't lead people. You can see when he tries to motivate, he sounds like it's hard for him to do that. It's just not him. He's the guy that you need to have a voice and he'll play if you motivate him. Now, if we had like a guy like Michael Strahan back in the days, a person like that on the team, yeah, he'll motivate JPP and JP will get that work out of JPP. But we just don't have nobody that'll get that work out of JPP. Him being the leader, forget about it. Them guys are going to the club almost every weekend, man. Hey, forget about it.
All right, Big O. Thanks for calling in.
All right, man. Y'all boy, I'll check you out next week, man. Y'all have...
Yeah, you'd be good,
all right.
man.
Thanks a lot, bro. What's up, caller? Are you there?
Hey, man. How you guys doing, man?
205 area code. What's your name?
Delvin Russell, man.
Hey, what's up, Devin? How have you been?
I'm good, man. I always check in for this channel, man. I'm always on the site every time y'all put up a vid, man. I'm always commenting, man. I think it's Nick. He always commenting back with me, man. And it's funny, man. The guy who was on earlier, man, I swear it's like I know we think the same way. But I was just texting Nick earlier, telling him about Eli Apple. And I promise, before I could even finish the type, man, that breaking news broke by, man. And I was like, man, it's just hard to say, man, but that guy, he got to go, man. He's got to go.
Yeah.
And it's sad, man, because the kid has so much potential.
Yep.
So much potential, man. You see him on the field. You see the way he can run and backpedal and cover. But if he ain't got the effort and the heart behind it, he is a cancer, like Landon said. I mean, if Landon went that far as to come out to the media and put it out there, it has to be a problem. It has. And it makes me wonder if Landon and him either got into it earlier in the year and it just never got out. Because, I mean,
maybe it wasn't even Landon.
I mean, I just don't understand. Right. Maybe it wasn't Landon.
Maybe it was him and
Maybe
DRC earlier in the year, and that just exploded over to the other DBs.
Yeah,
you know what?
I mean,
I think you're right.
Obviously there's been issues going on with the secondary.
Led to why DRC got suspended. That could have led to why DRC, because, I mean, we really don't know why DRC got suspended that game. You know, there's speculations here. He had words with the coach, yada, yada, but we don't know exactly what started. DRC could have been the first person to say, hey, kid, look, you need to tighten up. Because I'm like, when that first happened, I'm like, this is not in DRC's character. Don't get me wrong. DRC may not be the best guy, but since we brought him in, he's been A1.
No problem. Yeah, no problem.
A leader on the field, a motivator, all of that stuff. We hadn't had any problems out of him until now. So I just didn't really buy into him being a troublemaker. I really didn't, and I was wondering what was the cause for it. But you know what, y'all? You could be right saying that it was Apple. You know, I questioned it when we drafted that kid, and his mom was like, he didn't know how to feed himself. I was like, oh, my God. I hope this don't further off until...
I think it was he couldn't cook. He couldn't make grilled cheese or something like that. Wasn't that the original quote?
Right. You remember that, right? When we first drafted him, it was something that broke out about him not being able to feed himself. And I was like, oh, my God, we drafted a kid.
Yep.
Man.
You know, you got this little mama's boy that, you know, she takes care of his money.
Yep.
Now, I'm like, come on.
Right. But,
all right,
I've been saying all year, man. Okay, go ahead.
We
Yeah,
got
Marco.
3 minutes. We got 3 minutes left in the show before they shut me down.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
But like I was telling Nick, man, it's crazy how the Giants have been just handling things all year long, like the Webb situation. Like I've been listening, like I have been texting in the videos. Like if we would have handled that situation better, we could use this pick to get a running back. And it's some good ones in college this year that can be some game changers for us. But now we got to gamble. We got to pick a quarterback because we don't know what we got in Webb. But
True.
I saw a vlog. I mean, what is the word I'm looking for?
Video.
Wasn't a vlog, but it's on Bleacher Report where
Mm-hmm.
Landon Collins was like, and a couple more Giants was like, we shouldn't draft a quarterback because we got our future in Davis Webb. And that kind of made me want to open my eyes because I'm looking at, I'm pulling up all the film that I can pull up on Davis Webb just to see kind of where this kid is at. Look at his intangibles. But you can look at somebody's intangibles. See how he throws, see how tight his spiral is. See how far he can throw down the field. Things like that, you can gauge. Like when I read all this stuff and they say, well, you can't really tell. It's not really fair to Davis Webb if you put him in. That's bull. Put the kid in and see what you got.
2-minute warning.
What type of passes? You can see what type of passes he throws. I mean, you can get something. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
this time is winding down. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Tim, what was his name on